Hello, everyone. Welcome to the spooky Build-A-Bra workshop. Well, we're not really building a bra, but we are making it. We are making it light up. So there is an entire kind of ooh, swirly. Yes, there's a whole story with this. And the story basically is that this is entirely Deborah GeekMomProjects' fault because she showed us one day a link to the this LED bra on Alibaba. And so the LED bra on Alibaba is well, first of all, you have to buy like 20 pieces and they're $24 to $40. You can get them on AliExpress too, but the biggest problem is that they are one size fits all. Okay, and so like one size never fits all with anything, any part, anybody, but like definitely not bras, right? Hello, Deborah. Yeah, totally falling down this wearables rabbit hole, and it's completely your fault. So there are these one size fits all bras. Yeah, exactly. One size, right? Like, who knows what that would be when it actually showed up. I was like tempted to order one from AliExpress. You can get like just one on AliExpress for, I don't know, like $45 or something like that. But like, I don't know, it was kind of a lot for a bra that I wasn't sure was even going to be wearable. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Glad you're making it. It might not be like super useful for everybody who usually joins in, but we're having fun, and I'm sure it can be applied to lots of other wearable things. So I was thinking about this and I was like, it would be way better to just use a bra that you already own, that fits at least somewhat well, and like add LEDs to it yourself. And at first I was like, oh, well, we have a ton of like these strip ones here. We have like a ton of this style, right? And these are just your normal WS2812 strips. And in these bras, they are encapsulated in like a clear silicone. So I don't think that they would be washable, but they would at least be like a little bit protected, right? So, but I was looking at these and I was like, okay, well, we could do that, whatever. But it's an awful lot of wiring that you'd have to do between all of these strips in order to connect them all, right? In order to daisy chain them together in one big long strip. And the reason that you want to do that and not run them all into separate inputs into your processor is that a lot of the Arduino libraries that are written to control these LEDs, they assume that you're going to have one big long strip of LEDs. And so the code is written in a way that if you had like multiple strips, you would kind of have to wait until the animation or whatever is done with the first strip in order to go on to the second strip. And like there are ways of getting around that, but it becomes complicated. So it's way easier from a program perspective just to have them all as one long strip, because that's pretty much what they're designed to do. They're just designed to like chop up the piece that they need out and pass the rest of the command to the next one. And I'm actually going to have an upcoming video on all of that very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But so as I was like considering this and considering all the wiring that would have to happen in order to make this work out, I thought, oh, well, you know what we have? We have left over from the Build-A-Bra workshop all, these strands of LEDs. And then I thought like, oh man, how cool would it look to do Deborah's LED like swirly method and then try to stick those on a bra instead of just, having like the straight pieces, which are still cool in sort of like a very, I don't know, like cyberpunk kind of way. But I thought that this would just be a lot easier because they're already together, and we can do a few things. I mean, it makes it really easy to kind of go back and forth and then across through the middle and then back and forth on the other side. Or, I mean, we could even like cut the strand in the middle and you can put the same information into both sides, because these have slightly different protocol than the normal WS2812s. Normal WS2812s, you send like the entire command for the whole strip, what you want every LED color to be, out to the first LED. The first LED like chops its little piece out and it sends the remnant to the next one. So the LEDs don't really know where they are in the strip at all. They have no real idea there, but they just know like to take the incoming message, chop off 24 bits, be that color, and pass the rest of the message on. However, these ones are slightly different. Build-A-Bra isn't so different from Build-A-Blob. Blob, bras, bloobs, blobs. It all works. It all works. Nice. So yeah, these strands are a little bit different. They're fixed address LEDs. So apparently the way that these work is that these guys do know where they are in the strip. They are apparently maybe programmed en masse at the factory after the strand is built, and burned into them is their location in the strip. So I haven't looked at this oscilloscope yet, and we might try to do that a little bit later in the stream maybe. But I was thinking of trying to like look at the message. My feeling is that basically the message should never change. The whole message would be sent to like the first LED in the strand. And then since it knows where it is, it knows which part of that message to pay attention to. But we have baby Blob sitting on a shelf and one of its eyeballs just fell off. Oops. We should probably hot glue those on. Anyway, and so that first LED still sends the entire message on to the rest of the LEDs, because each LED knows where it is and just listens to that particular spot in that entire message chain. So that's why you can actually like cut these LED strands in half, send both strands the same message, and they will recall where they are in that and light up just the same as if the strand was continuous, which is kind of neat. So this does actually, it would allow you to kind of do things like have different pieces in different locations on your body, not necessarily have to daisy chain them perfectly together, but have it like maybe all radiating from a central point or something like that. So it just opens up like more interesting options for wiring, I think. All right. All right, so Bob is going to make a wearable LED vest. I like it. I like it. And yes, this is an older Gemma. I looked this up. So this is an ATtiny85 processor. The newer ones have an M0 processor, so they're a little faster and they might like work a little better. But this is just one that I had lying around. So this is an ATtiny85, but apparently it can, in fact, drive, work with the NeoPixel library and drive. I haven't tried it on this version of LEDs, but it can drive the normal WS2812s, which are the ones in these strips. So yeah, let's see. So yes, Pat Dooley says belly dance clothing is frequently not washable. They buy the bra a little bigger, then line the inside with a cotton, velvet, or flannel. So that's a really good point. And so that brings us to something that I wanted to talk about here, which is that I think we're going to just kind of do the structure and just temporarily fix it to the bra with some pins for right now. Because yeah, a friend of mine last night that I was talking to, hello, Brittany, if you're out there, please say hi in the chat. She was like, oh man, it would be really cool if you could just like take it off, throw your bra in the wash, put it back on, you know, not have to deal with like hand washing electronics or anything. And I was like, yeah, that would be cool. And she was like, oh, maybe you could like use magnets or something. And I was like, yeah. And then this morning, a few of us were talking about it. And I think it was Deborah was like, hey, ooh, maybe you could use Velcro. So I think that all of those are really interesting ideas. Or like I was thinking, oh, you could even use snaps, you know. But I think what we would have to do is basically attach these LEDs like to another piece of cloth, like you were saying, Pat, and then put the Velcro or whatever, magnets, snaps, whatever, on the back of that piece of cloth, and then have it just key into the bra like that. Because I don't think like the wire, I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to provide enough surface area to really adhere to things very well. I mean, maybe you could sew on some Velcro, but it's not going to have a lot of structural integrity. So when you try to peel it off, I think you're just going to bend the wire a lot. Whereas if you have a piece of cloth, you can probably just pull the cloth off without affecting the wire shape too much. So yeah, so we'll do it temporary now and like figure out how to make it removable at some point later, I think. I like that the lining gets freshened by a spray of vodka water mix in between wearings for antibacteria. Excellent. Yes. It could even get freshened by a spray of vodka and water while it's being worn, depending upon what you're doing, what you're drinking. Yeah, the lining covers up the sewing and ends. Yeah. So I was thinking that this would be sort of like a reverse lining, right? Like an exterior LED lining kind of thing. Cool. Oh, GeekMomProjects says that she thinks that they're all connected in parallel instead of series for the fixed address type. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I do not know. That's right, because you were able to put the data line onto either end. So that kind of indicates that there's no specific in and out. So yeah, that would make a lot more sense. Cool. Thanks for pointing that out. Nice. Hey, Tom. Oh, I'm glad that Lanai is soldering another kit. Yay. That's so awesome. Yeah. So, yep, exactly, Bob. 2 layers, outer, inner, way to connect the two, making it more washable and friendly. All right. So I'm going to get started, or continuing, maybe bending LEDs. So this is a 50 strand, a 50 LED strand, and which kind of makes it convenient. I thought like, oh, about 25 LEDs per side is probably pretty good. We should, order shouldn't matter a whole lot, because we should be able to kind of do whatever we want in the software at a later date in order to make what kind of patterns we want. And so I was kind of thinking of just making it somewhat easy and maybe kind of going here and back and then forth and then back again 4 times, and trying to roughly do maybe like 6 to 7 LEDs per time. So I kind of have 7 going on here. So yeah, and then like ending up kind of back at the middle. So yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to just kind of continue on this spiralness. It kind of takes me a little bit to get started again, to get the hang of it, but I'm basically taking an LED here and kind of doing the twisty, and I'm making sure that again, these LEDs, they're somewhat directional. They are there's like a little bit more of a dome, of a rounded side on one side or the other. This side is much flatter across the back, across to where the wires are soldered. So that's the back side. The LED is going to emit upwards through here. So we want that one facing up. And so then we kind of just like make a little S out of it with the LED in the middle. And then just kind of like keep rotating it around to sort of like make the spiral. And so I'm going to kind of do this. And I think like if I were pinning it down right now, I think it would be really hard to work with. Like, I think I want to be able to sort of take it here, be able to work with it here above, above the surface, and then place it back down and kind of bend things into shape. So I'm going to kind of try that and see how it goes. So that's sort of 7 along our bottom there, which I think should kind of work. And then don't know, maybe I'll make this one kind of go like this and tuck that in a little bit more. It's kind of a exercise in getting these little buggers to do what you want. All right, and so then I think I'm good for that one. So again, we want to kind of make the S with the next one. Oh, I might actually want to do this one a little bit differently because I need to give myself, oh, I kind of messed up that one. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's why I crossed over myself. Aha, there we go. So yeah, you want to kind of give yourself room to spiral the next one. And like, this is not an exact science, and that is okay. You know, we're just doing what we can here. So trying to do the S and the spiral. And of course, as you change like rows and position within the rows, like it's going to change your spacing a little bit. So like, you know, as we change direction here, things are going to get different. And every now and then I'm taking this, you know, taking this end of with the rest of the LEDs and kind of like untwisting just so that it behaves a little bit better. So that is what I'm doing. Ooh, tiny alligator clips would probably make good clamps to hold portions of the LED strand as you swirled wires. That's a pretty good idea. We might have some of those. Let me see. I want to do this with them. And every now and then I have to like look back at the previous one to see what direction it's twisted in because I kind of lose where I am. I haven't quite gotten into the groove with this method yet, but I'm getting there. It's not going too bad. I don't know why that one's like not behaving. I feel like that one's kind of weird, but whatever. You know, LEDs kind of do what they want sometimes. It's all right. Cool. Oh yeah, so we also have some like cool things to show. I'll let Robin do the switching while I'm doing the bending here. So yeah, we'll do like a little screen sharing. So Robin's dad is a good friend of mine, and he made some super cool like little blinky boards a while ago. And he has some left over, and we're going to sell them they're in the store now. So there's a heart there, and then there's also another one that's a little acorn, and they have a little transistor multi-vibrator like circuit in there so that the lights flash, they blink one to the next, and that's kind of cool. And they also have a light sensor in there, so they are dark activated, so they don't start lighting up until it gets dark. So it's also kind of like a fun little kind of party thing. And that's on our store right now. Yay! We just put them up today, so you're the first ones to know. All right. So yeah, I think I'm now getting to the point where I want to pin or clip some of these down. I got some fabric pins. We're just going to see how I can do with them a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of the controller right now because it's not attached to anything yet. And we'll see about doing this first one here. Definitely challenging my sewing skills here. Oh, that's not too bad. So I'm just using the pin to go kind of over top. Oh, I should have put it underneath and over that one. That way it'll actually be trapped. Hang on. Under that one, over that one. Yes. And then through the fabric a little bit. There. Cool. And then I think I will do the same maybe to this part in the middle. So I'm putting the pin in and out of the fabric, like just a little bit, just like maybe a eighth of an inch or less. And then I'm putting the pin over the LED wires. And then again, I'm going in and out of the fabric on the other side. So that keeps all the pokey parts on top. So yeah. Now, so let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. And it's kind of nice because I can kind of move them a little bit in here. So I think I will do another one over on this side. And the nice thing about the fabric pins is that you can like just get one layer too. You don't have to go like all the way through the bra in order to fasten it. So there, I think that's working. That seems to be working pretty well. But I think I do always want to keep like a little bit sort of free just so you have like kind of working room, you know. But yeah, we shall see how this all goes. So this one I'm going to twist in a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. It's interesting. You sort of have to keep track of where the halfway point is between the LEDs and kind of use that as your reference. Sorry, the other eye on Baby Blob just gave up the ghost and fell down. Baby Blob is eye bombing us. So I might try to hold that one down there now. Let's see that. Oh yeah, because parallel, because they're intended as Christmas lights. Yeah, that makes sense too, because then if one is out, it doesn't matter. You still have the rest of the strip. Now I remember our conversation about that. Yeah, totally. So now, I don't know, this one is still not behaving and I don't quite know why. It's probably because I'm not very good at this yet. You definitely kind of start to figure out as you go, like where you want them to bend to do it. Blind Baby Bob, right? Oh, you're thinking of binder clips. Yeah. The binder clips would work okay until you got like to the middle section here. And then like you'd need something really long in order to get them. The pins actually seem to be working like reasonably well. You know, you got to be a little bit careful not to stab yourself along the way, but yeah, not too bad so far. So we got 1, 2, 3. And then 4 here. 4, and then we'll do another one. Again, making sure we're twisting them to be the proper side out. And that one's kind of hanging off the edge, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to like leave a little bit of space here because I kind of want the last row to go completely across the top. So I'll start to make my second row kind of around the corner here. I guess I could kind of do it like this, huh? That would be changing the direction of the swirl, though, I think. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like that is. Well, maybe not. Oh, no, that would be changing the direction of the swirl. Okay. Gonna make an S, and then swirl it. Yeah, we'll do it. on. I'm getting confused. It's harder than it looks. It's just it's the corners that are like a little bit confusing because it's like, oh, do I kind of change the way this is going, or, you know, do I change the direction of the swirl? I kind of don't want to change the direction of the swirl if I can help it, but like also at the same point in time, it kind of wants to change when it goes around the corner. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, I wanted to bring it down. Haha, now it's all making sense. Okay. So yeah, it's a little wonky on the corner, but then you can pick back up there. Okay. Haha. Cool. And I feel like I might even be able to make these a little bit denser. I think I might not even get the full 25 in on this side, but I mean, that's okay. This is the first time, so there's always things to learn and things to do differently for the second time. I'm going to see about capturing this one here because it just seems like a good spot. And then maybe I'll even try to capture both of those. See how that works. Yeah, cool. Okay, now I am back to swirling a bit. Okay. So Baby Blob can't hear to watch what's happening to his potential sibling, right? Thank you, Tom. Yes, definitely smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button. All right. So doing little S shapes. I feel like I'm kind of doing like a long one and a short one, and somehow that's working out for me a little bit better. I don't quite know why, but that's all right. Yes, I am still getting it in the right direction. I think it's because like Deborah has a lot more experience at the swirl than I do, and she gets them like really nice and like kind of tight. And I think I could, if I got them tighter, then I would have like more. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. More room to like twirl them. Let's see, which side is that? I want this side up for this one. So, yep. Just bending wires. So let's see. So far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. 17. Oh, Deborah swirls 10 at a time, then arranges them. That sounds like a pretty good plan. I kind of like that. I'm feeling like some of my swirls are just very, very misshapen. That's okay. It'll still look cool. Okay, so let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll try doing 5 more here and see how that works out for me. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit easier when you have a little more wire to work with. And then, yeah, it's also kind of nice because then that gets you into sort of the groove of the swirl. So I feel like I can make swirls a little bit more quickly and consistently right now than when I was trying to kind of arrange them as I was going. It's also interesting, like there are times where you definitely want to kind of put it back on itself and like bend it in the opposite direction. And so I'm trying to figure out like when those times are and kind of get a better feel for that. So yeah, like right here, kind of when you come over top and then transition to the next one, there's definitely like, it wants a little help right there. And I feel like sometimes I'm not quite getting it right. Woo. I also, like, I wonder, they're probably pretty consistent, like the amount of length between LEDs, I would imagine. I mean, I would imagine that there are jigs and stuff being used. I think that the inconsistency is all my fault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. And that's 9. I'm still very curious though as to how these are made, because like it's a lot of soldering, and like, I mean, maybe there's some crazy machine that like does that all. Perhaps. Maybe there are just a lot of people assembling these. I don't know. All right. So now I got 10. So, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You know what? I'm going to do 3 more because that'll be 25, and that'll be like all of them for this side. And that way, then I can like maybe look at arranging them a little bit better, and also not like do too many, right? Because I know I'll need to make my way back to the middle. So 23. And get in there. 24. Oh. Yeah, now I'm almost having too many out because now my wire is getting all tangled in it in itself. So yeah, maybe I should have called it good at the 22 or whatever it was. There we go. This is 24. That is looking quite misshapen. There we go. 4. And stay over there. And 25. I also think that these would look super cool on a hat. So you could definitely, yeah, definitely do hat. We got things that you want to swirl. Robin was like, oh. All right. Okay, cool. So that's 25. It's now behaving like a giant weird spring, in case you're wondering. Okay. But at least it's not like a 200 strand. That would be way harder to deal with. So, okay. So now I can like map this out a little more. So I could probably go there. And then maybe go there. Trying to just go like back all in this one row, but also sort of make it into 2 rows a little bit. Must use all the LEDs. I think this will actually sort of work. All right, we're gonna try it. Gonna use a lot of pins. So, and I think also what we'll do is at this sort of like halfway point, we'll definitely plug it in and see what it looks like just with the pre-programmed patterns, because that's always just a good first kind of look at it. And then I think what we'll do, I'll see if I can get the oscilloscope I have here up and running, and maybe we'll look at a broken strand of these and see what that message and those packets actually look like, because I think that would be cool. All right, so just kind of pinning every like 1 or 2 LEDs or wherever I think pins should be, trying to keep the pokey parts towards the middle in case I want to actually try this on at some point, that I won't like be poking myself. I'd like to avoid injury here. Well, Carrie, what were you doing? Well, it was all for YouTube. It was all for the likes, man. All for the likes. No, it's really just for science. All right. Cool. Okay. And so we got LED there. So I'm kind of gonna like make this single layer be a double layer now. So I'm kind of so I kind of have it going back, forth, back here, but then there's sort of like 2 rows left in this part. So I'm just kind of like zigzagging back and forth here in order to make my way down to the middle point again. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys are doing anything for Halloween or working on any costumes or any, non-costume cool electronics things. I always want to know what everybody's up to. It's always fun to share projects and such. Okay. Oh, is Geek Mom tweeting about it? I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish I could be everywhere at once and read all of the things all at once, but it's hard to when I'm actually trying to do a project. Must concentrate. All right, so this isn't like looking the best in some places, but honestly, I'm just like gonna try not to worry about it and try not to be too like, concerned about being super even. I can always kind of
do minor
come back
adjustments later.
Yeah. Come back and fix stuff. I'm more just curious. Oh, actually, like I'm almost out. So, okay. So we got 3 there. I'm just going to count again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27. Really? Did I just overdo it? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you count? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. We do have 25 swirled. We want to end like that. So, okay. I see what I can do. I'm just going to move this one.
That's really cool.
Over just a little bit. Ooh, installing a lighting kit into a Lego bonsai. That sounds super cool. I'm interested about this Lego bonsai kit. So is it a bonsai plant built out of Legos, or is it some Lego thing that actually incorporates like live bonsai? Let's see. Oh, yes. Be careful not to short anything with the pins. Yes, that is a good call. So I am operating on the principle that all of these wires are in fact enamel coated, even though they look like they're uninsulated. They are not. They should all be insulated, because I mean that's why they don't short out when they're just a strand by themselves. But yeah, I'm going over across the strands with my pin. I'm not like pinning in the middle of strands. You can scrape off the coating, but it is really hard. It's a pretty sturdy coating. And a lot of it is heat resistant as well, because a lot of times this type of wire is used to wind windings in motors. So, there's actually sometimes a fair amount of current, being carried through them. I think the biggest challenge is to just like not freaking poke myself now with all these pins sticking out. It is also a handy self-defense bra. It definitely is against unwanted touches. Okay. All right. So we got 25. We're gonna light it up. Bonsai kit filled out of Legos. Cool. That's super cool. You can have flowers or just the greenery. Some of the flowers are actually tiny pink frogs. Oh, that's super cool. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Now I just gotta untangle the USB cable here. Oh, love it. Pay the blood price. Yes, Brittany. Yeah, I'm glad you're watching. I don't know. Were you here earlier where we were talking about like magnets versus Velcro versus snaps in order to make it all removable and stuff? I'm curious if you have any sort of preferences on that or initial thoughts. Ooh, my first LED. Hang on, before I plug it in, I need to fix this first LED a little bit better. Put it through that way. Cool. All right. Pat 150 knows what's up. Oh no, you were on a boring work call. So yeah, I was talking about how you suggested magnets yesterday, and ooh, check this out. You might have to. Let's see. Turn the lights on. So cool. That's pretty sweet. Dude, I have to say, like, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Okay, so we were talking about, so I was talking about your magnet idea, making it removable for washing. And then on a different like maker chat this morning, I think Deborah brought up Velcro, could do the same sort of thing with Velcro. And that might be a little nicer because it wouldn't maybe have the hard points that magnets would. And then like today I was thinking even snaps. But what I was thinking, like, so right now I'm just doing it temporarily with pins. But I think that for any of those, you need to put some sort of backing, like that maybe you need to sew or glue the LED strand to a backing piece of cloth. And then on the back of that cloth, have either the snaps or the Velcro or the magnets or whatever. And then, the other half on top of the bra. And so that you could do it as more of like a full piece, rather than have this, strand that's just going to kind of, as you can see, do whatever it wants and not have a really good way of affixing like the Velcro and stuff directly to the strand itself. So that's what that's what we're kind of talking about. And, we have like some Velcro dots and stuff that we, have, just around, but then we got a whole bunch of other things at Michael's too. So we got like some Velcro squares, we got some sewable Velcro, some adhesive Velcro. I think sewable Velcro would probably be better. So yeah, but that will probably, like, I'll need to go fabric shopping, unless, you know, somebody might have something in their stash that they might be able to, like, you know, let me have or something. So yeah, I was just thinking like maybe either a black piece so that, you know, it would sort of go with the theme of the bra, or just something else that, you know, we could attach all the LEDs to. I think like sewing the strands to the like the backing cloth would probably be pretty good. Or I might just be lazy and use hot glue, you know, I don't know. So yeah, okay. I think that this is super great. I think I'm going to do like look at the signal under the oscilloscope next. I think that would be cool, and then go and start the second half of the bra. But I'm going to leave this on for right now because it is quite hypnotizing. I do like it. Yes. So GeekMomProjects brings up like a great freaking idea, right? Because you could really start to do some fun things. Like, now that these are all kind of fixed, right? Like, assuming that we had our fabric on and stuff like that, we now sort of have a mapping of these LEDs, right? We could like take a picture of it and like print it out and label all of them with numbers, right? Or you could just like sketch it out or something. And so then you have all of your numbers of LEDs, and you know where they are. And like, you know, you could do all sorts of stuff. You could do spirally patterns, you know, you could like do red nipples if you wanted to, you could, you know, you could do whatever. But you know, you could do like kind of like, you know, up and down waves, side to side waves, like, you know, sky's the limit with that kind of stuff. So okay. Oh, and I also wanted to show you, if you're just like, yeah, well, I'm never gonna wear like just a bra around, like, honestly, I might not even wear just a bra around either. But so I like brought like a few tank tops and stuff like that in, so that I could show you, like, it still looks pretty great underneath fabric. And the fabric also adds a little bit of fun diffusion to it too. So like, you could totally wear this just under a t-shirt, right? And it would still look pretty great. And then like I have another one, which is a black tank top that's a little bit thicker. So just to kind of see that as well. Or you could, you know, you could wear like a jacket over top of it too. You could like, you know, if you wanted to see the actual like cool swirly pattern, but didn't want to like just be wearing a bra, you could, you know, wear like a jacket and have it buttoned here and stuff. So, and, you know, even the black looks pretty cool. You know, you get like less light through because it's a little bit of a thicker material, but, you know, all sorts of different cool effects for sure. Yeah, I really liked the overlayer too. I mean, I think it's, you know, it makes it more wearable for you if you think that this is cool and you're like, yeah, I would wear that, but maybe not just like by itself. You know, there are a lot of options. There are a lot of options. I have to say, my eyes are up here a lot when wearing that. Well, I think when you're wearing that, you might not. I mean, you know, what's the point if nobody's going to look at it? So a skirt on it, you've got a dress, right? Yeah, totally. Like, you could kind of make it into a tank top even if you sewed something on the bottom, you know, just like a sheet of cloth on the bottom, and, you know, it could definitely do a lot with it. I thought JR comic accelerometer and shoulder shimmies would be amazing. What is this? I did not. I am unaware of David's accelerometer and shoulder shimmies. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see. You look out. Oh, I see. Man, I got excited there. I thought maybe you had some sort of like dance video going on there that I have missed, which I was very sad about. But totally, totally. A barometer that changes color when they lose altitude. I don't think I want that one. All right. So yeah, let's get going on this broken strand. Where did I put that? Here we go. So yeah, we have a strand here that it has been well used and well loved and well bent. And so we have a broken connection right here, and this is after 3 LEDs from the controller. So what I was thinking of doing is just cutting it the rest of the way and seeing what we can see. The thing that I want to do though is I need to make sure I know like kind of which is power and which is ground. And the you can sort of see that one like in the USB cord side of things, you have like a copper colored strand and then 2, normal silver colored strands. But this one is like so twisted that it might be a little bit hard to undo that. We'll see if we can like figure that out. Because I just would hate to like power it up backwards and then kill the LED. It might have some sort of reverse polarity protection on it, though. I don't know. I feel like I've seen that mentioned on some strands, but I don't know if that's like on the controller side or in the LEDs themselves. Okay, so let's see. We got Jow. Okay, so gonna make sure I know what's going. Gonna make sure I can see what's going on through this splice point. Yeah. Okay. So this one is the copper color. I'm just gonna bend that away, and I believe, Deborah, did you know what the polarity was on that? If the copper, I think the copper was 5 volts, maybe. Since we haven't been able to find like a data sheet for these guys, it's, there's just been a lot of guesswork going on with them. So, that's interesting. Okay. So, oh, okay, no, it is. It just kind of crosses the other two, but it still puts it in there. Copper is 5 volts. Okay, cool. All right, so this one is still copper. And then this one. Oh my God. Brittany, the gears. That's hilarious. Okay, so I believe it is the 5 volts that is severed, and I am going to quick mark this with a piece of glue tape. There we go. Let's see. All right. Blue tape for the 5 volts. All right. Cool. So I'm going to cut this, and we're going to hope that this is the kind that strips nicely. Oh, gotta turn the soldering iron on. We're going to hope that this is the kind that strips nicely with solder. A lot of these do strip nicely with solder and heat, so we shall see if that is the case here. We'll get this away from our bra so we don't melt our bra or burn it. No bra burning here, just bra lighting. Fiber optic tassels. Nice. All right.
on the middle strand.
Oh, middle is ground. What? Yeah, okay. Middle is ground, copper 5 volts. Thank you for that. I probably would have screwed that up. Actually, yeah. For this side of the strand, actually, we are already, since this is the USB side, we actually should be fine. So it's mostly like the other side, I guess that's a deal for. So, but it's still good to kind of like verify that and everything. So grab some solder here. This is going to be a little bit difficult to see when it is. So it's going to be a little difficult to see when it's stripped, because usually the nice thing about enameled wire is you'll get it in a color, right? You'll get it in like red or green or maybe even sort of a gold color, like with that it'll be the gold copper underneath and it'll have clear enamel on it. But these are silver already, so maybe they're like tinned copper with enamel on top. So it's going to be hard to see like when the enamel is off. So I'm going to try to do this under the microscope. I might switch to microscope view here. Oh, hang on, got to turn on the microscope camera first. Let's see if it's all up. All right, there we go. So fibers all over the place. All right, cool. I'm going to just like tape this down so it's a little easier to work with, and so I'm not fighting to keep it in the microscope view for you guys. Oh yeah, here's what it looks like. So that's the flat-ish side. This is the round side. So let's see. I'm going to try to just tape that in place. And I'm going to take some solder, take my soldering iron, see if everything's hot enough yet. Nope. And then I'm just going to try to like strip this off a little bit. All right, cool. Yeah, I can actually see. So yeah, let me see if I can focus on that a little bit better for y'all. That. Oh, there we go. There. So you can see how the enamel kind of bubbled back a little bit, and there's like a nice new shiny area at the tip. So I'm just gonna like strip a big bit there, and that's so I can like clip onto it with a probe and stuff like that. But yeah, it like you can see it now, but as you can see, it's like it's pretty subtle, the difference between tinned and not tinned there. So we'll just do the same sort of thing for the other two. Do that a little bit. And you just sort of start at the end. You get just a big old blob of solder, and you just kind of keep dragging it along and back, and that does it. So that one's nice and stripped. And we'll do the third one here. And let's see. And sometimes you get like some burned enamel residue on it, so you can just like take some fresh solder and kind of like clean it all up a little bit. So there we go. That's pretty decent, I think. All right. Cool. You light the bronze. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Light the bra and sing "O Tannin Boob." Oh man. Robin, would you mind getting a multimeter with the little clips?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, thanks. I'm gonna do that. Okay, and now we're going to get the oscilloscope set up going here. And let's see, need a probe. Cool, thank you. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do, I can switch back to dance party bra mode here. Okay. So, where did my strip just disappear to? Right there. Cool. All right. So we believe that the blue one is the copper one, which should be 5 volts. So I'm just gonna hook this up to the multimeter, and that the middle one should be ground. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tape it down again, just because this is like wire and springy and weird, and I don't want my power and ground shorting out. Okay, so turn it in, and we're on volts. We're on volts. See what we can see. We got so many of these controllers plugged in right now. That one's the blob, right? We don't need baby blob. Eyeless, poor eyeless baby blob right now. All right, so there we go. You check that out, 5 volts. I think we're there. So just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna probe the other signal. Probably get something in the middle. Okay, like 1 volt. Seems right for like average of your data line, right? Cool. Okay. So this should be data, and this should still be ground. And so we will set up our scope probe on it now. Scope probe on data and ground. And put into our scope. We have on loan this pretty cool little thing called a Moku Go. It's made by Liquid Instruments, and it is like scope hardware that you attach to your computer, and so I'm going to see about screen sharing it, because I think that's the best way to have you all see the waves. Let's see. It might be on Wi-Fi right now. Might want to plug it in directly, because I haven't had it on Wi-Fi for a while. We'll see just how many things we can plug into this computer. Oh, over there. All right. And cool. Usually it wants to see itself by now. I'm just going to give it the reboot here. There we go. All right. This particular scope is a kind of a multi-function, lot of devices in one, so it takes a little while to boot up. We're kind of table space limited, so that's why I didn't have it set up at first, because I wanted plenty of room to do the bra thing. Oh, there we go, maybe. course, like, there we go. Yay, cool. And I'm going to put it on this screen. And let's go back to that screen. Okay, cool. So we can screen share. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to go into oscilloscope. And we're still plugged in. We'll see what we can see. Hello. Yeah. All right. We're on a very small, other one. Control. There we go. So let's see. We are on channel 1. So those are looking like 0 to 5 volt data packets. We're on input 1. Let's see what our probe is set to. 10x check and trigger. And let's see. I'm still learning my way around this, so I think I might just want to pause it for a second. Yeah, so here we go. Interesting. So seeing these bursts of data here, each with a little bit of space between them, counting them, I betcha we're maybe going to get 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yep. So basically we have 8 bits of red. Let's do this a little bit more so you can see. 8 bits of red, 8 bits of green, 8 bits of blue, right? So we have like 24 bits in each of these bursts here. And you know, it is notable that let's go again. Let's see, actually zoom out a little bit. So, you know, this keeps repeating. So the 24 burst keeps repeating with like a long burst in between. And so what I'm guessing is that we have like 24-bit packets for each LED in the strand, and then like a pause, and then the next whole strand color update. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So there should be like 50 of these 24-bit packets in here, one for each LED in the strand. I'm not sure if it's going to work for me to count them right now, because that might be a little bit tricky with this. But yeah, I mean, I wonder if we can get like 10 on the screen at a time and like count by tens or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if we can do this and keep track of where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20. Take the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 40. Come on, grab. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. Yeah, I don't know. That, you know, we got to 50 and we were right here. So maybe, you know, maybe it actually has like a little bit of a longer, you know, longer message being sent out, because maybe it's compatible with other size strips too. That could be a possibility. But in any case, what's interesting is that, you know, it's definitely like a very long message there. So one thing that would be interesting, which, yeah, I don't have a super easy way of doing that right now. Maybe would be to like take the LED at the end of the strand. And if the LED at the end of the strand still has like this entire big long message on it, then we would, you know, that would confirm that like, yes, the entire message is being sent upon the strand. But I think we kind of know that because there's really no other way that you could be doing that. So yeah. So that's basically that. We can kind of, yeah, it doesn't want to be it's not super steady because it's not a very repeating signal, right? There are different, like different dead spots between different packets and stuff like that. And so that's why the oscilloscope doesn't, you know, the trigger doesn't like to stay super steady. And I think that there are ways of dealing with that, but I'm not like super up on all of the tips and tricks to this oscilloscope yet. We might just be able to do, let's see, channel hold off type, edge rising level. Oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah, it has like the average there. Precision peak, that shouldn't really matter. Roll mode, we could do roll mode. Yeah, it doesn't really help us. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of it. Cool. All right. So I could stop sharing now and could go back to twisting a little bit. Yeah, let me exit out of this thing first so I don't get distracted. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. So we can go back. I'm going to unplug broken strand now. Do you want to unplug this too? Nope. I unplugged the wrong strand. Which one?
The microcontroller.
Yeah, we can unplug that one. I don't think we'll need it again. Do that. Just do it that there and there. And then get us set for going back to spiraling out of control. All right. I am though. Okay, I'm gonna get this LED strand out of the way. Get the multimeter a little bit out of the way. And I'm gonna plug in our LED strand back in and see how that goes. All right. So I'm gonna cycle through some of the other built-in patterns here. So that's just like full color changing. And then I like the glowy. The glowy is pretty good. Oh, that's kind of cool. It goes, yeah. So that one just like snakes up the entire chain, right? And then like twinkle flashing. Woo! That one almost makes a spiral pattern. It's kind of cool. And then the red, white, and blue, 4th of July. It's for every holiday. Little twinkles. That's interesting. This one looks very different on the blob than it does here. that one definitely looks different here than it does on the blob. It's so interesting when the LEDs are sort of flat versus circular, you know. Twinkle, twinkle, little bra. How I wonder what the hell. What the hell? Color fill. Faster color fill, I think. Ooh, crazy snake. So maybe we'll leave it on, I don't know. I think that one's going to be crazy to look at. That one's just solid. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I think I'm going to go back to the first one because this one, I feel like the one that we were on a while was different though. Oh, maybe it might actually cycle. I feel like one of these modes actually cycles through all of the patterns. I've definitely seen that before. It might be this one. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it on this one. All right. Are we ready for the other half? Is this going to be in the way? I don't think so. I think that we can stay out of the way. All right. Now, do I remember how to swirl these things? I think so. And this first one, since it had to kind of work its way, like, you know, across the LEDs. Oh, this one's totally trapped. Hang on. Got to undo this. And then maybe feed it under our power cord there. There we go. That'll be good. And now I'm going to put this pin back in. Yeah, and again, because like these wires are insulated, it's fine to be using the metal pins against them. Just, you know, be a little bit careful about trying not to scrape the enamel or anything. But there we go. Awesome. So this one might want to kind of make this one go across the top because I'm thinking the microcontroller will be on like in here. So like this. So power is another interesting thing for this because there are kind of two things going on. Well, we want to power it off of 5 volts, basically, right? Because the strands take 5 volts to operate. So you can't just power it off of one like lithium polymer or lithium ion battery, because there's not, on this board, there's not any kind of boost converter. So, you know, you have a 3.7 volt battery, and that's not going to be enough to power the 5 volt strip. So, you know, what you can do, which I think is actually like a little bit safer, is to have, you know, a pack of like 3 or 4, maybe like AA batteries that you wear around your belt. And that way they're like low, they're within easy access. And even if you really wanted to use, you know, lithium polymer batteries and have like a smaller pack or something, because you didn't, let's say, have a lot of space, maybe you're doing a costume or something, and you wanted to do like 2 of those in series in order to get enough voltage, I wouldn't want to put the battery on the bra. Basically, because if like something bad happened, you know, and something shorted out, and for whatever reason, or the battery got punctured, like whatever, I would just want the battery to be in a spot that was very easy to like get off of my body and throw. So I wouldn't want to have to be like reaching underneath a bunch of clothes and stuff in order to do that. So that's why, like, if I were doing this, I think I would try that. I think for a 50 LED strand, the current would be fine for like a 3 or 4 in series, like reasonable AAA battery pack. And those are pretty safe. Those don't have terrible failure mechanisms like lithium batteries do, which tend to like get hot and explode. So yeah, what I would do here is, and I mean, actually, so this also another fine option, although I feel like it would be a little bit clunkier. So this does have a USB port. So you could have like a small USB battery bank on you and just like have a USB cord going to that. That would work fine if it were like underneath clothing and stuff, but USB cables are kind of bulky, and USB connectors, you know, the connectors are kind of bulky too. So you might want to actually like, you know, tie that down, like use some body tape or something to kind of like tie that down to your body so it doesn't like really move or or anything. Whereas the battery connector here, you can just use two pretty flexible wires, and that's so that you could probably like wrap around you and like put down your side or something like that. And I'm sure that like people who cosplay all the time have like a ton of like different ideas and options for this kind of thing. This is me coming at it from an engineer perspective. So yeah. But I would think that this board would want to sit here. And so that this wire would probably just want to like come over the top like that. And then this LED would, sit down around here. And I wonder if you can see, I don't know if you can kind of see the difference here. So we'll see. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, you can't see it on the camera. I can see this with my eyes, but this bottom LED is like face down and the top LED is face up. So that top LED, actually you can see it depending upon the mode, will be a little bit brighter. And that's what I was talking about before, that they are kind of directional. You want the flat side facing your fabric. USB battery bank, no longer just for all day Pokemoning, right? So many uses. So I would like put first LED there, I think, and then start my spiraling again. Starting the spiral. Maybe I would do that. I guess I could, let's see, I could actually do a little bit of a spiral here. And then, okay, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do what Deborah suggested, which is to spiral them first. Spiral several of them first, because it's just way easier to get your brain to wrap around it. Oh, the beer must be kicking in. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to do 13 and then 12. That seems like a reasonable way to split it up. I also remember Deborah mentioning that she prefers to do her twisting with the LEDs on, and I kind of see the appeal to that now. It is a little bit more fun to have everything twinkling as you're twisting. Kind of keeps you motivated, All right. So I can't wait for Jason Kuhn to post about his blob. I say blob in quotations like that because I think his has become way too perfect to be a blob. He made this he 3D printed this spherical scaffold for it, basically, right? Exactly. And so I'm not sure if it really counts as a blob anymore. We might have to have a blob of contention with him. And be like, well, Jason, your sphere is very nice, but it's not a blob. It's in no way, shape, or form blobby. It's way too perfect for being a blob. But yeah, hopefully he'll show that off pretty soon. He was almost done it. It would be convenient to be able to charge your phone from your bra, right? I mean, why not? Why not? I feel like this is sort of spiraled the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. This first one is a little weird. But now, haha, there we go. Now you are totally fine, pretty much. Okay, I'm just kind of trying to keep it real here. Okay, not worrying about placing them too much, just making sure that they're in like roughly the right kind of shape here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and spiraling. Spiraling. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Wrap my mind around it. Come on, I know. It's terrible when the puns start. There's no stopping it whatsoever. Once the pun train goes, it's going. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 more. All right. Getting punchy. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. All right. Counting. Jason's blob has a skeleton. Yeah, it really is the next step in blob evolution. It's it's become a vertebrate. It's become a spheroid vertebrate. It is definitely probably going to take over the world, I would guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. Three more. This is definitely like a good sit in front of some, dumb TV and just like chill out and swirl some LEDs. Kind of a task. I think I can almost untangle these and maybe put these straight out, and they will not be so. Haha. All right, maybe. Okay. But yeah, I would say, like, I don't know. Overall, I don't feel like the knit technique is that much faster when you're building blobs. Like, you wouldn't be able to do this with the knit technique because it would just be, the LEDs would be too like spread out. Like, I'm sure that somebody could do it in some way if they really wanted to, for sure. But I prefer the spirals for this because you can just get them so much more compact,
The pattern looks super cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Okay, I'm going to snug down this. I'm going to snug down this LED, this last LED, like a little bit more. Maybe kind of. Every time it goes out, I kind of get this, oh, like, did I do something? And I'm like, oh, no, it's just starting over. It's cool. All right. So that is now pretty good. Don't get tied up. Okay. So keep space for the trinket. The trinket. So the trinket does have a lot of, exposed pads and stuff on the back. And like, while the enameled wires are insulated and stuff like that, these pins are not. And so if I were going to put it down there, what I would probably do is put some tape over the back of it just so that it didn't like rub on anything and accidentally cause any shorts. So I think I will put this one here. this one over here. That one over here. Bottom row, I can pretty much do 1 pin every 2 and it stays pretty well. Oh, that's 2 pins. And then you start seeing double. All right. This one I'm going to kind of do 2 with. Okay. And so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I thought I did 13. Whatever. It'll be fine. So now I'm going to like kind of put that one over here and just kind of wiggle it into shape. Just kind of looking at the other side to see if I'm more or less doing the same thing I was on the other side. Yeah, more or less. More or less. All right, putting that one in. That one in. Come on. That one in. All right. Oops. I might have not given myself quite enough to. That's okay. It definitely gets a little pokey. Definitely gets a little pokey. All right. Swirl in, swirl in. Not too many left. Swirl in, swirl in. Yeah. WS2812 and chill, yeah. Yes. I think our blob overlords would welcome their new bra friends. It seems to me that blobs are pretty friendly to other, LED wire creatures. Now, if the bras got to be sentient, that might be a problem. Is somebody making smart bras? I feel like somebody has probably tried to do something like that. I mean, I have no idea why you would want a smart bra or what a smart bra would even be, but it seems to me with like the smart whatever craze that probably a smart bra exists and it's probably entirely dumb. All right. It's like, it's getting everywhere. Come on, wires. Behave. Yeah, it is much easier to like arrange them all when you have like a good length of them already spiraled for sure. That's definitely a super helpful tip. Thank you, Deborah, for that one. All right. Oops, sorry, trying to keep in the camera. For some reason, it's like I always tend to do things like over my lap instead of over the table. And it's a hard habit to break. I mean, when you start doing enough with like small components that you then drop and can't find again, that does tend to help break you of that habit. But I still tend to like bring stuff in towards the lap where I can like maybe see it a little bit better.
So I guess the smart bra does exist.
Smart bra does exist. USA Today in 2016. Nice. Thank you for that piece of internet sleuthery. So what, yes, I agree with Deborah. What does the smart bra do? Please tell us what we've been missing all of these years without smart bras.
Thanks for destroying
my browsing history. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, Deborah has single-handedly destroyed my AliExpress recommendations. So costs $150. Well, I mean, some bras that are not smart cost that much, you know. This particular bra did not. I think that this was I think definitely under $50 bra. Oh, here we go. Last one. Oh, and the last one can just be like a cool little spiral. I love how the last one always ends like at the LED. I don't know. For some reason, that just makes me happy. Okay. Let's lock it down. So, yeah, I feel like we're doing pretty good. Yeah. Ooh, man, I got that transition super nice. I'm actually getting somewhere. Look at that. It even like kind of keeps the spiral. Oh, this is totally the way to do it. Wish I had started off like that. This side looks pretty sad in comparison. So yeah, and this one doesn't have to go back to the middle, which is kind of nice. So I can kind of do whatever I want with the last bit of the pattern here. Trying to might have been too good on that one. Maybe like there and like ow, that. I think that's reasonably good. Maybe if I can do that. Maybe give a little bit more length to that one. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I think that fills the pattern pretty well. Okay. Still on camera? Yes. Somewhat. I keep picking up 2 pins at once. Okay. And this goes over here. Yes. I'm super stoked with how this came out, especially since it was such like an off the cuff kind of thing that just happened in the last few days. This is why you need a lot of electronics stash, because you never know when opportunity may strike. Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Measure your biometrics through a piece of clothing already worn daily. Like, what biometrics is a bra gonna tell me that couldn't be told to me by like a smartwatch is what I want to know. Yeah. All their websites down. That's funny. I guess it wasn't so smart. Oh man. Yeah. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna just do a little bit, like one more extra piece of pinning here, I think, just to make it lay down. And then I think I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom and try this on, right? Underneath my shirt. I mean, can't get all this way without having some user testing going on, right? All right. Will I be able to do it without freaking poking myself in the boob is the question. Right. Okay. I'll be right back. Sparkly. We need some intermission music.
I know.
All right. Here we go. I just would also like to point out
It's so lumpy.
it is very lumpy, but but I'm wearing an appropriate t-shirt for the occasion. It's from the Pinball Museum. All right, plug me in. It doesn't really show through very well underneath the normal the thing, but it still does pretty well. Like it's not too bad.
Yeah. Well, and this room's very illuminated.
Yes, that's true. We could try to like get some rave lighting going on this. There we go. Oh, we still have the fluorescence, right? That we cannot turn off. Yeah, that's another story is the wiring in this place. But okay, I can't do that too much because I'm getting poked. Well, I hope you all, shoot, I'm gonna have to be doing this. I hope you all have enjoyed, the live stream of how to make your own very, very special bra. I think I'm delayed on GeekMomProjects' feed because it seems like she hasn't caught up yet. If I add a microphone, the lights could be sound reactive. I know, right? I need to get like a microbit on this or a feather, right? Like one of the circuit playgrounds. There we go. Now we need a follow-up video of people's reactions to you, right? I know. I need to put a USB bank in my pocket, apparently. So yeah. Yep. So this is pretty great, I will have to say. This is pretty ridiculous and awesome. I'm quite satisfied with how this project came out. But yeah, I think the next step is definitely to figure out how to like to put it on some sort of other fabric backing and make it removable, because that's turn the background lights down. Actually, hey, Roma, can you go and make sure Michael's okay with us turning the lights out on him? So our poor office mate just moved in like this past month, and like this week there are just suddenly bras lying on the workshop tables with like strands of LEDs next to them and stuff, and like he has like people coming through. Like,
he's on a video call.
Oh darn. Okay, he's on a video call, so we can't do it because stupidly enough our lights are for the entire office are all wired together to one light switch. These offices do not have individual light switches, and that is quite
one does.
sad.
A singular office does.
Yeah, that's true. Our other office, our little whole office room does. So yes, but so sorry, we cannot actually turn out the lights. Maybe we should like, I don't know, just like take those tubes out or something. It's always, there's always something. Like having an office space is like having a second house. It's like there's always something wrong with it, or that needs to be a little better or whatever.
Raccoons breaking in.
Oh my God. Yeah, there was a raccoon standing at the doorway the other day, just like looking at me because I had the back door open and it was in the evening. That was good. It was a big fat raccoon too. It was like this big, and it was like fat. And yeah, I chased it out. Unfortunately, it didn't need much chasing. It just kind of like ran out once I got up and started yelling at it. But it's quite startling when a raccoon just walks into the office. And yeah, go photobomb a Zoom call. I know, I'm tempted, but you know, I probably shouldn't be that person yet. Although he already did send the rent for the next month. So, you know. Oh man, awesome. Well, I think I'm calling this a success. And holy crap, we even have like we like ended 10 minutes early. That's amazing.
Killed it.
All right. Well, I probably will be writing this up a little bit. And oh, hey, look, that's the bra I was just wearing. So yeah, I probably will write this up on our blog, or you know, Hack a Day or somewhere. But this is I just keep like looking at myself in the video, cracking up because I just like, what the fuck? Oh. So yeah, and we'll definitely continue, and I'll let you know how it goes with the removable aspect of it when we get that all figured out. I'm thinking snaps. I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking like having like 3 or 4 snap points might be the best thing, because then it won't be all that like noisy Velcro-y stuff. And it might like move it, like Velcro might make it more lumpy is what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm thinking snaps. All right. Thank you all so much for joining. This has been super duper fun. And like, yeah, I can't wait. Next week is going to be fun. It's going to be a friend of mine is on, Mark Smith. He goes by Smitty Halibut on Twitter. And we're going to be talking like some of his fun hobbies, like ham radio stuff. And he's also made like really cool conferences for badges. He's made cool badges for conferences. So yeah, and he'll be actually in here because he is a local friend to me. So it'll be the first time I think we've had like a guest on in person. So yeah, I don't know if we'll be doing a project at the same time, because it feels weird to me to be doing a project while somebody else is like in the same room that I'm talking to. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I don't know. We'll do something cool. They should make a conference for badges. I agree. Like, I think there's something for this whole, like, just maker, but like maybe a little more conferencey and like scheduled workshop, even like Maker Faire has typically been. I don't know. All right. That's enough for one night. Awesome. Thank you all for coming. This has been great. See you all next week. Bye.